Okay, amazing. I'm going to say welcome to Overcoming Sugar Addiction Workshop. I'm going to do my best to just blurt it all out. I always say, like, here you all come. About 20 minutes I teach, and then I'll open up. Why? Because you all are busy like me. I think we're on Zoom calls way too much. And I like people to get right to the point. So I'm going to say welcome to those coming in. If you don't know me, there are a lot of people who don't know me. There are those who've been with me for years, following me and checking out some of my work. So I just want to introduce myself, literally 30 seconds. And especially for those on replay. Oh gosh, 50 plus of you said you can't make it. And that could they please have the replay. So this is for you too. So I am Jen Eden. I am almost 50. I've got 3 kids. I come from a family history of, oh God, help us, everything. Narcissism, mental disorders, anxiety, depression. I've seen it all with my family. Addiction, up the yin yang, okay? It is where the sugar freedom method came from, literally to save my life. I am a certified holistic health coach. 20 years, oh my God, next year, 20 years I've been coaching. What else can I tell you? I went to medical school. I'm a biochemist. I've got this method for those who are ad nauseum, right? It's called the sugar freedom method. It's not about not having sugar, but it's about learning how to unhook and to feel good and uninflamed. Yeah. And so that's my claim to fame for the moment. What else do I want to share? I do these calls because I love them. I think you know this for those who know me a long time. I am to the point. This is unscripted. I can't say I know what you're going to get other than I have an outline. I grew up in Brooklyn, super transparent. My whole mission is for you to get what you came for, take a nugget from today. Oh, and before I forget, I mentioned it, I think, briefly. So I don't do one of these things where like I do this whole workshop and by the way, here's something to sell you. Those things make me crazy. And the fall is coming. And I want you to know that I made a decision that I am absolutely throwing you some sort of special for anyone who, I'm just muting a couple of people because it gets noisy. For anyone who is like, wow, I really want more of what this woman just taught me because I'm going to teach a lot right now. Just know, be on the lookout. That's just something I do. It's an amazing club. Women love it. And it's super affordable. So I'm going to throw that out now. So you don't have to be thinking like people pitch shit all the time and it drives me nuts. Okay. So with all that behind us and you getting an idea of who I am and what I've been doing and who I specialize in working with, by the way, if you're younger than 40, it's okay. But really my work has been dedicated to 40s into 60s, late 60s. Okay. What I find is nobody understands what is going on with our beautiful aging bodies, and they're just throwing things at us. And the truth is, it takes a step-by-step protocol. It's not a diet, right? It's not meditating or food journaling and all this crap they tell us to do. It's not going paleo. Gotta hear that. Oh, I got to intermittent fast. I respect all that. Doesn't mean you have to be vegetarian. I love meat. And if you are those things, great. But you have to know we don't need those things. What we need is to learn how to bring inflammation down in the body and overcome this damn sugar addiction, wine, chocolate, diet soda, regular soda, this pop. All right. And so what I'm going to do right now, without further ado, is I'm just going to run you through. I'm going to run you through as quickly as possible. Pieces. I love it. You're all coming in now. Okay. Pieces of the method. Okay. So I gave you my intro. I want to talk about real quick, what the hell are these cravings? Because what people don't realize is that cravings are an imbalance. I need you to memorize this today. When we have these wicked cravings, 3 p.m. happens for a lot of you. I'm going to talk about nighttime stuff and give you absolute examples. But nighttime, Jen, I always hear, what has happened? I've become possessed. I'm like, you're not possessed. Your body is out of balance, and it's very out of balance by the nighttime. And so I need you to memorize that cravings are just the body out of balance. I don't need you feeling bad if you have a binge and all this other stuff. I just need you to memorize cravings are out of balance. Okay, well, where the hell do they come from? Okay, I'm going to tell you about that right now. So there's a couple of things. And I decided I'm not going to refer to the method, the sugar freedom method, but just know that these are all pieces of the sugar freedom method that I wanted to, just for today, to hone in on sugar addiction. All right. And so Number one, it's lack of sleep. So many women stop sleeping. We fix that with you, okay? I can't just give you a recommendation. Maybe I'll do a whole sleep workshop next. You'll love that. But it's lack of sleep. People think, I'm not sleeping. I'm just going to keep going. No, the body's out of balance. Your hormones are out of balance. And when you're not sleeping well, you will have cravings for instant energy. All right. So please know sleep is one thing. Number two, poor gut health. Okay. So cravings can come from things going on in your gut biome. They cause cravings. Okay. They cause cravings. Number two. Number three, high levels of addiction in the family. High levels of addiction. The people think, my family had all these things. It's great. No judgment. My family too. But you are more susceptible to having a pull for sugar and wine and alcohol. You're more susceptible to having it when you have had addiction in the family. So please know, it's not that it's a negative thing, but it's real for us. Okay. And so that's number three. Number four, your hormones are off. Yeah. I do a whole thing on hormones, but for today, just know, I hear this a lot from women. Jen, I'm doing really great. And all of a sudden come Friday or something else, or I've been off sugar and eating healthy for years. And all of a sudden, like, I have to have it again. And I'm like, oh my God, your hormones are off. All right. And so I'm sharing this with you today so you get off your own back and you don't blame yourself. And an educated woman is an independent woman, is an unstoppable woman who can then do something with the knowledge. And that is my job today. Okay. All right, the next one. This is what people always say, oh, I'm an emotional eater. No, it actually could be a lot of the other things. But the truth is also that sugar addiction and sugar and wine, there is an emotional component. And by that, I mean, I know you get it. You've done stuff all day long, right? All day long. And you're like, I just need a break. Screw everyone else. True story, right? Especially those who are caretakers or high stress jobs. Well, you want sugar at the end of the day. Why? Because it's emotional. It's okay. It doesn't make us emotional eaters. People come to us from Overeaters Anonymous. Don't get me started. That place drives me crazy. First of all, don't do anything that has you labeled as an overeater. Okay. I'm not interested in giving labels. I don't love it. And so just know there's an emotional component. It's not everything. There is a physiological component that I'll get to, okay, when I talk about how to keep cravings at bay. But just know that there is an emotional component. It's just not everything. Okay. Now, the last piece of this, I go, oh, here she's going to talk about water. I'm actually not going to talk about water. What I am going to talk about is you will have cravings when you're dehydrated. And sodas and things with caffeine, they do not hydrate us. And when it's extra hot out, I know we sweat, we need to make up for it. But the thing is, in the winter months, we actually also can be dehydrated. We just don't realize it. So please know that cravings come from all these places, which is why so many women come talk to me frustrated. Jen, I just can't figure it out. And I'm like, it ain't because you're not smart. It's not because you're not motivated. It's not because you don't have willpower, gag me. It's because you can hear from what I'm talking about. It comes from many different places. Okay. And so you need to be an investigator. And yes, of course, I teach it. I teach it in steps because that's how it works long term. But just know today, for those A, just checking me out, or B, you've been checking me out a while, or C, you've been with me and you're back for a refresher, I want to remind you that it's complex. It's not that it's not insurmountable. Of course it is. It's just not just one thing. Okay, so that's number one. Where do cravings come from? That is where they come from. Okay. So what I want to talk about is how to control, how to control, okay, nighttime cravings. This one you all like love. And I know many of you are here just to hear me say this. And so if you jump off after, listen, I will not be offended. Just know there'll be a replay in your inbox tonight. And please listen to the rest because it matters as well. All right. So nighttime cravings. Get this. The nighttime isn't the problem. Let's say it again. The nighttime actually isn't the problem. The problem started typically in the morning. And so what I find is that we will look at, the nighttime and white knuckling it, or I love this. You all like, I'll eat blueberries or fruit after dinner, like gag me. But the thing is, I'm not about band-aiding it, and I'm not about saying no ever. I am about getting to the root cause so you don't have cravings anymore. And when you do have them, this is module 4 of the method. It's how to live this work. How the hell do I get back off, Jen? And so how you do that is you start your day, you ready for this, with protein. Now, I've heard that before, or maybe you've never heard that. But what I want you to know is you don't need to eat it right away. A lot of women do fast and they don't want to eat. They're drinking their coffee with their cream. No judgment. But you have to know, as we get into our 40s, 50s, 60s, there are nutritional requirements. And if we do not meet them, because we didn't in our 20s and 30s, trust me, I was that way, you will have cravings, weight will stack on, you'll have more anxiety than normal, your hormones will be affected. And what's happening is your blood sugar is swinging all day. I'm just going to close the door because my dog is barking, so hold on. You'll have blood sugar swings all day. And when your blood sugar is swinging from you not stabilizing it, you will have nighttime cravings. So for those who say, it's emotional, dude, it could be emotional, but gag me. Sit around and just do therapy and other things. I'm not interested. I'm interested in like real solutions where I don't have to just like talk about my feelings all day, right? First of all, I don't even think that works. So for those who are like, thank God Jen said it, you're welcome. Okay, so number 1, controlling nighttime cravings. Okay, it starts in the morning. So if you don't want to get up and eat, fine. But please don't make it a scone. Please don't make it a yogurt. Please don't make it, what are these things we do? A smoothie loaded with sugar and whey protein and all this other stuff. It's hurting you. It's hurting you to the tune of asthma, allergies, anxiety, belly fat. Oh, I hear it, migraines, this eczema we get, our bowels don't move. And what happens is it's starting in the morning with what we're eating. So please, for today, just know, if you're going to take a nugget from today, nighttime cravings start in the morning. Okay, nighttime cravings start in the morning. Is anyone else? I'm just going to mute. And please know, I think you like how fast I talk because I hate when people talk slow. True flippant story. So I'm busting through this because you're going to get what you get and you're going to love it. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, if you skip meals, it's the same thing. It's the blood sugar story. Oh, Jen, I know I don't lose weight if I eat more than like 1,200 calories. I hear this all the time. First of all, that's a scary number to consume. True story. I actually need you to eat more. Believe it or not, you could be killing off your metabolism that way. And the problem is, it's the calories that we're eating. And so a lot of times we'll skip a meal to save calories. And now our blood sugar is swinging. We've eaten too little calories and your body is literally screaming at you at night. Now it needs you to make up calories. And I got news for you. That is the worst time of day to eat calories, energy, is at night. Because you're going to store it, because calories are energy and you're not using it at night. So if you wonder why, I'm putting on weight and stuff, I'd like you to eat more during the day and stabilize your blood sugar and do not skip a meal. And when I say that, listen, I'm known to be eating like turkey in the car. Shit happens. And I'll say it, there's bars I recommend, not very many, but I do like Go Macro. I like them. There's an oatmeal version. It's got some sugar in it. It's coconut sugar. It's better, but at least it's got some protein. All right. My thing is when you skip meals, your blood sugar is swinging. Okay. That's number 2. Number 3, you're going to love this one. Too tight of a schedule and you're rushing around. Listen, I am so grateful. I know women are coming and going as I talk. It's not personal. I know you got shit to do. Excuse my language. I know you're like, can I please just figure this out? Jen, figure it out. The truth is, it is figure outable. It can happen pretty fast, but it is going to take some commitment. It's going to take a little time for you focusing on yourself. And it is going to take you looking at your schedule and rushing. Okay. When we rush, our cortisol's high. I can go all day. I'll spare you the biology. I teach that in the method. But when your schedule is tight, you're rushing around, your cortisol's high. All right. It causes you to store whatever you're eating. It causes your insulin to go up. So what happens is, believe it or not, the rushing around, even though you think, maybe I'm burning calories because I'm rushing around, you're actually hurting your body. I know, because I used to rush around a lot. And I could never figure out this damn nighttime stuff. No supplement, no appetite suppressor, nothing. No smoothies. I spent tens of thousands of dollars on crap people have sold me. And true story, this, what I teach, has been the only way that I can sustain and manage this sugar addiction, the sugaraholic tendency for the wine, the sugar, the chocolate. Oh my God, ice cream, cookies, soda pop. All right. It's this stuff. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. And you can see it's a lot of mindset stuff along with physiological stuff I need you to do. All right. And so you're too damn tight. And it's not your fault because I'm the same way. The thing is, a lot of us have boundary issues. Oh, how am I going to say no? Say no. Say no. I need you to put yourself first. It doesn't mean our family doesn't come first. I say, there was a book I read a long time. This woman had 10 children, and it was like self first, family always. And I love that, like me first and family always. And I love that because it didn't say I'm first and my family, my business, right? Your career is going a pot. No, they're together. And just so many women grew up like me, but my mom was, she would do anything for us. And to the tune where she wasn't well and on antidepressants and just not well. And like, we don't get to repeat that cycle. So many women say, oh, I can't come. I can't afford it. First of all, if you can't afford what I'm about to offer you later, we need to talk. Because I'm going to tell you now, it is amazing. And I caught myself doing this. I really needed, I needed something new. My stuff is feeling off and tight. I'm almost 50. Things are changing. And I was like, I don't know, $100 on me. And I was like, are you kidding? Your friggin' son needed golf clubs. Yeah, for school. And I found that. And so I just want you as well, if you think about, Jen says, buy organic or buy better foods or getting help. And we say, money's tight. I'm going to call bullshit a lot of times, because what we'll do for our kids, I need us to do for ourselves. Because a lot of times the rushing around, it's for our bosses, it's for our clients, it's for our family, it's for our partners. And so I need that reverse today to reverse nighttime cravings. Yes, I need to reverse that to reverse nighttime cravings. Okay, love it. And by the way, you can put stuff in the chat. I love it. I think Carolyn just did that. I will totally at the end go there. I just know there are women who want me to share and teach because they got to go. And so please know, how am I doing on time? I'm good. I'm going to finish this up, talk quick, give you as much as I can. And then just know I'm happy to take some questions. This is my time for you to get your life back, your health back, to get your mind back. Okay, I know what this addiction stuff does. You're super successful. You love your life. And why can you just not get this one thing under your control? I see you. I feel you. If you're on today, making time, God bless you to hear me talk. All right. I will not waste your time. And hopefully already you're taking some nuggets. The biggest takeaway I would like you to take from this is it's just not one thing. It's just not, oh, your gut health. It's just not fix your sleep. It's just not work out more, dear God. It's just not add more weights. It's just not drink more water. It's just not go keto. It's not those things. It's all of these things. Okay. The other pieces I want to talk about, I'm going to say it because there is an emotional piece real quick. It's module 5 of the method. Okay. If you're bored, I'm going to say it. I know you're busy, but you could be busy and bored with your partner. Trust me, I'm going through that now. We're seeing a marriage coach. I love it. It needs to help me because I got shit to do. And really, the man's fucking boring me. And like, let's go. You know, and so he knows. There's no, I don't share this. And it's like, oh gosh, I hope he doesn't know. He knows I'm a thoroughbred. I got things to do. And let's go. I'm growing. Let's grow. Better sex, better health, right? Like, let's go. And I know many of you are that way as well. So you're welcome for me saying it. You're bored with, oh, I know, Linda. It's the fucking truth. I am. Linda, I got things to do. I got things to do. I have good sex I need to have. I need a partner who's running at my pace. We need to be respectful. And at the same time, I tell people, you know, pre-Cana and all these things for those who are Catholic. I'm Catholic with an asterisk these days. Like, we're not taught this stuff, okay? We're sold a bag of goods when we get married. This is not a marital thing. And damn it, why do you come and say, look, I'm my partner over here. I have my own money. I'm going to work with you, Jen, and your team. He doesn't need to know because he's slowing me down. I'll do marriage next time. The truth is, it is friggin' related to your nighttime cravings. And don't you think you need to just work harder, make more money, even if you divorce? I don't want a divorce right now. And this is not me sidestepping this conversation. This is a big deal because when we hit 40s, 50s, and 60s, our life partner matters so much more than 20s and 30s. It matters to us. Our soul wakes up. And so why do I say that? Because if you're bored with your life partner, with your life, your business, or your career, dear God, let us help you. We specialize in that. It's module 5, how to love your life more. Because if you're one of those box checkers, oh, I do everything right, Jen. I work out 5 days a week. I eat clean, which, by the way, you're going to love module 2 of the method. You don't eat clean. You don't eat as clean as you think you do, because I can pretty much fix nighttime cravings in 1 week. Okay, by fixing what you're doing all day. And that is what we do with you. And it's actually one of the bonuses. I said, screw it. Anybody wants to come? I mean, look at your stuff. I will tweak you so fast your head will spin. Just write me a recommendation. So why do I say that? Because I need you to not be bored and ignore that. That makes you whole. And when you don't feel whole, 40s, 50s into 60s, belly fat, high cortisol, pissed offness, moody, fuck it, I'm going to eat the sugar. I'm going to have that second glass of wine. And it's not your fault. Not only is that stuff addictive, but you're just not happy with your life. And you don't need a life coach. Oh my God. A lot of life coaches, like, do they even have a life themselves? So don't get me started on life coaches. God bless if you're a life coach, I respect it. But man, have all of your stuff together. Life coaching is one piece of all of this. And I really hope you're getting that, okay, from what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to get to the checklist. I really wanted to end on that today. So it's like this checklist for keeping cravings in check. Is this perfect? No. Should this help you significantly? You damn straight. I just got things to do. Can you tell? It's been 20 years. If you didn't know it, my 2-second plug, 2 second, is about 6 months ago. God was like, so I know you do this high touch thing, Jen. It's in the thousands. I know you're in the tens of thousands for private coaching. God bless. Some women need that. They run multi-million-dollar businesses and they're like you and me. You guarantee results. Let's go. But I'm also really cool with helping 99% of the population. And so literally was like, can you do something else? And so if you're like me, I'm stubborn, but I couldn't sleep for like almost a week. I was like, fine, fine. And I don't need to talk about it now, but you have to just know these things I talk about are doable on your own if you can do it. If not, dear God, could you get some help? Because the women that come see me, even just to chat, you all are sassy, funny, smart. Can't stand most people because you got things to do and most people don't run at your speed, which is why I talk really fast on these workshops. Because the truth is, when someone gets on and they start talking about themselves and talking super slow, they might have something to say to me, but they've lost me in the delivery. And so if you wonder if I normally talk this fast, I kind of do. I'm an Arizonian now who is from Brooklyn, but I know you want things. I just want to say, and I'll get to this checklist now, there's 6 things. You do have to slow down to speed up. Okay, so I run at light speed, if you saw what I did today, but I look and feel the way I do at almost 50. My cravings are under control, though I did have some ice cream last night, but I had a fucking scoop. My daughter wanted to have it while watching a movie. I'm like, it was done, scoop done. Wasn't date, and I don't have any cravings, right? And so shit works. My point is, you do need to slow down, ladies, because there's a lot of you on today. And I just want to say, you do need to slow down. But the catch is, you slow down to speed up. So I have to slow you down to speed up. Why? Because number 1 on the list is exhaustion. Okay. Listen, I can't find a more tactful way to say it. Your asses are exhausted. Your souls are exhausted. And you're running around being super moms, super people, super women. I hate that term, by the way. I don't want to wear a cape. I kind of want to delegate more. And that's my thing. Because when we're exhausted, we cannot get rid of these cravings. You can't. These suppressive, you all come to me with everything. Nothing works when you're exhausted. So I need you to like, oh shit, she called me out on it. I called you out on it. Okay. If you're exhausted, I need you to slow down. We work on that with you, but you're going to slow down to speed up, because when you're not tired, you can be more efficient in the amount of time that you work, and it gets rid of your brain fog. Okay. You're off sugar, your brain fog is much better, which means Productive. I always get you all with the productive one. All right. So number one, exhausted. What I'm going to say is I need you to slow down. I need you to slow down and say no. Okay. Because you're exhausted. Number two, this dehydration thing. So not like, oh my God, drank 8 ounces of water. Like, oh, what is it? Half your body weight in ounces. So I pretty much, if you didn't know it about me yet, I don't do anything anybody tells me to do because most of that shit's wrong and they're not me. And I'm going to tell you, a body that is dehydrated will never not have cravings. And if you already do that, then great. Do some of these other things. Because if you were doing all these things, you wouldn't have cravings. Okay. So just note dehydration. Okay. Number 3, the lack of protein. I'm not going to tell you how much, even if you decided to work with us. I don't tell you how much. I do give you ideas on what to do for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, for sure. Checklists, because I love that stuff, and ideas, but you got to figure out what works for you. But most of us, we don't eat enough. And I'm going to tell you now, yogurt is total crap. So if you love your yogurt, fine, we can find a better way, but it's crap. They're selling you crap with yogurt, and it's oatmeal thing we do, because it's oatmeal. It's killing you. Just someone has to say it. And these smoothies you do with pea protein instead of whey protein, it's killing you. It's making your waistlines expand, and you're starving yourself by lunch. And so I just had to say that. That wasn't on the list, but having more protein is, and people think they're getting protein from their smoothies. You're mostly not. And from yogurt, you're mostly not. Okay. Like, you're not. Okay. So those are 2 things. Number 3, not enough movement or too much movement. Oh, I'm going to say it. Some of you who are listening are like, oh man, I sit at a desk job all day. I know some movement would be helpful. You damn well straight it will be. Endorphins. Okay. Gives you an endorphin hit when you move. And I need you to get an endorphin hit naturally and not from the crap we're eating, because that's a dopamine hit. So I need you to naturally get more movement. And you help detoxify the body. The reason we store fat, we're not fat, the body stores fat, is because 40s, 50s, and 60s, I'm telling you, I'm going to coin this one. The body's ability to detoxify greatly slows down. It's why you get more cellulite. It's why women get spider veins. What the hell? Where's the cellulite? What? Why am I puffy? It's because the stuff you're eating with the chemicals in it is more than the body can get out on any given day. And so I totally teach that too. But for today, just know chemicals not only cause cravings, but they cause us to store, and cause you to store, and they mess with your metabolism. Okay. So we don't want that. So I need you to have more protein, more protein, more protein. Okay. Sorry, we're on to movement. It's a long day. I have Hashimoto's. Yes, Linda. So God bless you, Linda. I hope you take me up on something after this. So Linda said something. Too much movement. So that's the other thing women do. Jen, I'm exercising. It's not that one. I got it. You know, you're killing yourself. You actually could blow your adrenals out. A lot of women, they're blowing their adrenals out. True story. And you're not fat. The body's getting fatter. You're not fat. The body's storing more fat. I want to make that a point. I am not into shaming anybody ever. Okay. I've got some expansion going on. I'm like, this is interesting. So I'm all about it. Okay. And so the other piece is what I just said. You could have too much movement. Well, how do you know? Well, I don't know, but a little plug is I got a 2-time Kentucky fitness champion who went through my method. You'll love Tammy. And she friggin' knows everything. And so that's why Tammy comes and teaches, because she knows more than me. And I will say, if you're over exercising, it's because, and you're hungry all the time and cranky, it's because you're over exercising. So it ain't going to work anyway, ladies. It ain't going to work, the spin classes, and the shit doesn't work. And I know you know, it's why you're on here, because if it was working, you wouldn't want to talk to me. And it's not just about weight, but trust me, I like feeling and looking good from my own body, not for anyone else. Okay. I do have that little vanity. I own it, and that's cool. Whatever motivates you, let it be health. But I also like to look nice. And if that's you, fucking own it. I own it. I love looking nice for myself. Okay. So what else we got for you? Okay. So I'm going to do this one. So this is cool. We give this out, but I'm going to give it to you now. So these affirmations, and no, oh gosh, we don't need to journal. I really don't like that stuff. Kumbaya. And I'm going to tell you now, we have lousy self-talk, myself included some days. Oh, why didn't you get more done? Oh, why is the income like that this month? Or, oh, Jen, you're looking a little larger. I mean, you want to pick on yourself? I am the queen. What I've taught and what we teach is to reprogram how nasty we talk to ourselves. Like, you can't afford that. All this crap we tell ourselves. Yeah. Done with it. And so I've got this little affirmation card that, yes, I absolutely do give as gifts. Let me read you some of them. Okay. Because this is like real. And women say, can I have an extra one, Jen? They're my SFM affirmations because I want to put them in their bags. I mean, I wrote these, but my life is blessed and miracles find me every day. My life is blessed and miracles find me every day. I surround myself with friends that love and adore me. By the way, I didn't say this, but your community matters. So if you're around people who tear you down, or you've been working on your sugar and this addiction stuff, and people say, it's in your head, or, just have this cookie or this drink, with all due respect, get rid of them. Nicely. You don't have to tell them, but you need people around you who are supportive. And so I always say that, like, you need people around you who are supporting you, okay? Not the crab in the bucket where you're looking to get out and make yourself better. And you got people who are like, you don't need to. Those people go respectfully, even if they're family members. Respectfully. We'll keep them at a beautiful arm's distance. Module 3 of the method, tuning in and understanding and managing other people's energy and narcissistic behavior. Girlfriend grew up with it, and I don't put up with it anymore. Okay, so that's where some of this came from. I love this one. I am in charge of my life and what I choose to eat and not eat. Tell yourself these things versus, here you go again, Michelle, or Linda, or Carrie. I hear this all the time. I don't know. I've always been this way. No, you haven't been. You just haven't had someone to tell you it can be different, and here's the way. All right. And so hang out with people who are different. I joyfully release any emotions that no longer serve me. Life is good and my health is great. So even if you have Hashimoto's, or you have, some people come with major diseases and autoimmune stuff, it's all right. Your body is just out of balance. But please tell yourself, I am healthy. I am. Statements matter. Okay, I got one more after this. One more thing to say to you, and then we're done. I deserve, memorize this one, sisters, to live a life full of peace, abundance, and great health. So many times, I grew up this way with a scarcity thing with my family. So many times it was everybody else but me. And I'm here to tell you, you deserve a life of abundance and great health. And that one is a lot for women to take in sometimes when they've had the level of just trauma or just the stuff like me, chaotic childhood, chaotic. Makes for chaotic life unless you undo it. A smile on your face and a fucking plan that works, okay? All right, so here's the last one, and then I will wrap up. And I kind of don't want to apologize that I'm a few over, because many of you have stayed, most of you, and I know there's value. And so just know I'm going to stay about 10 minutes after, stay or go, and I'll answer some questions. But here's the last one. It's a big one. It's a big one. Not enough sweetness, non-food sweetness in your life. Not enough joy and non-food sweetness. I'm gonna go back to that partner thing. Yeah, I want juicy sex. Yeah, I want a juicy partner. We're working on it. We're gonna see if it works. And if it doesn't, we're gonna unconsciously couple and we set it. And it's just life. It's life. We're gonna do it with love. If not, fine, we're gonna work through it. But I ain't gonna torture myself on the way there. And I ain't gonna eat things that hurt myself. I'm gonna work these things that I'm talking about with you. So if this is the biggest one for you, then I'm glad I saved it for last. I need you to have more non-food sweetness. It matters. It will affect your cravings and your addiction for sugar and these hits, yes? And these things we want that really at the end of the day hurt us if we consume them on a daily basis, okay? I always say I group inflammation. I do. Like if I go out, people must be like, how does she look the way she does? Eating those pickled fries, I'll have a cocktail. I love tequila. I'll eat a burger, no bun, because gluten really does send me to holy hell. But like I do eat, I'm normal, so to speak. I just keep my inflammation low and I know to keep my addiction under control, yeah? And so for those who just joined us, a couple of you came in, quick checklist again. Exhaustion, dehydration, lack of protein, not enough movement, too much movement. Affirmations are amazing. And I need you to have more non-food sweetness. If you did nothing else and just worked on that, that will affect the addictive tendencies. And so I know this was a lot, but not really, because you all are super smart and witty. And some of you were just looking for tips. Some of you were just checking me out. Great. I hope you'll come. Others of you, you just want one pearl, and you'll go, great. I'll see you again when I see you. Because truth is, Spirit was like, could you just please have more of these? I am looking to just reach as many of you as possible and not make this a friggin' secret. Okay, it's not a secret. I need it out in the world. And so, okay, God bless. With that said, what I think I'd like to do is I'm going to just end recording right here. I'm going to end it so we have it. And then I'm going to take questions. So stop recording. Thank you for being here. I always say, ask me anything. For those on replay, hit me up. If you're getting this by email or depending on where it shows up on YouTube and other places, just hit me up with questions. I will always personally answer you. All right. God bless.